The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus on Reading 5 Minutes published 5.10. 2020 updated 5.10. 2020. The movie has an autobiographical character, because some facts are written off from the life of the star of the century, Victor Tsoi. The movie displays the youth years of the famous Russian singer. Also much attention is devoted in general to the rock culture of the past century. The movie was first shown in 2018 at Cannes. It was directed by Kirill Serebrennikov and the script was written by Mikhail and Lilia Idovy. The movie tells how 19-year-old Victor Tsoi meets and develops a relationship with Mike and his wife Natasha. It also mentions some details about the formation and development of the Leningrad Rock Club and tells about the process of recording Victor's first music album. The plot is quite interesting. Everyone's life is extremely interesting if you go into its details. Fans of Tsoi's work have always been interested in what their favorite singer lived, where he took his inspiration from and how he got along in society. It is usually hard for creative people to come to terms with and accept the canons of a rigid society, to find a balance between the creative impulses of their heart and the established rules of other people. The film depicts how Victor is curious about the opinion of the already recognized and famous singer Mike Normenko. He and his friend Leonid sing their songs and realize that Mike likes to listen to them, that one day they may become world-famous hits. Mike even comes up with a name for the group, Garin and Hyperbolids. On the same beach and occurs acquaintance with the same Natasha. Victor comes home to Mike more and more often to hear his opinion about a new song or to share hits from abroad. Tsoi and Natasha realize that they are not indifferent to each other, there is affection and attraction between them. Mike realizes that to some extent Victor does not just come to show him what he has written, he has certain feelings for his wife. However, in his conversation with Tsoi, Mike does not show that he is hurt by his comrade's attitude towards his wife. The following describes the process of accepting the band into the Rock Club of Leningrad, the first successful concert and the recording of Tsoi's first album. In all of this, Victor and his band were helped by Mike. He played along at the concert, asked Bob to produce the album, and persuaded him to accept the new band into the Lava Rock Club. However, their creative tastes and understandings are quite different. It is important for Mike to surprise the guests of his concerts with an unrivaled show with many light and sound elements, to make a real show. And Victor said that it is more important for him to look into the eyes of his listener, to feel his emotions, to understand whether he likes this or that song or not. After the end of the joint concert, where this difference of opinion took place, Victor meets Mariana. She leaves her phone on his hand. After a while, the band Kino is already very popular on stage. Mariana, already Victor's wife, is engaged in organizing concerts. Tsoi gains more and more popularity among other performers. At this concert he does not start playing songs. It is important for him to wait until Natasha and Mike appear in the hall. Tsoi plays the song Tree on an acoustic guitar. Because of this, Mike leaves the hall, and Natasha applauds the popular performers, together with other listeners. The hidden meaning of the movie here is about how hard it is for a creative person to come into the world of show business. Nothing comes into your hands for nothing. For this it was important not to lose your positive attitude and constantly work on yourself. It was important for Tsoi to find a soulful contact with his listeners, and not just go out, play a concert and leave. He could bring elephants on stage, surprise the audience with it and finish the concert, but it was more important for Victor to feel people, to share his energy with them. In this case, they are opposites with Mike. Victor is more soulful and subtle by nature. Michael is practical. He wants to quickly capture the attention of the audience, without paying attention to their inner world. The band Kino became popular because they sang about important things. Listeners found in their songs words that were important to them. It was not a set of phrases to music. Tsoi always carried in his verses some ideas, beliefs and shared them with others. On the example of the history of popularity of the band and Tsoi himself, we can see that only the work that you treat with trepidation brings success. If you put your heart into it, sooner or later it will resonate in the spirit of at least some people. The more effort, time, tears and blood spent on the development of the project, the more you are willing to give for its realization. The more success and recognition will return later. The final scene of the movie shows Natasha applauding and supporting Tsoi's performance along with everyone else. She was Victor's muse and inspiration and remained so even when he got married. This love line in the movie also plays its role. It is necessary to have a person who can support you at the right moment, say that everything is fine and just be there for you. Natasha loved her husband, but she was not indifferent to the deepest soul of Tsoi. He fell in love with her rather because of his talent. But they cannot be near each other, everyone has a family. It remains only to inspire.